The following is a fan-based discussion. All properties discussed are property of Toei Inc., Bandai, Hasbro, and Subaru Productions.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of
Omelette du fromage. We were talking about Dexter's Lab.
Oui, bien sûr.
I have neighbors now.
I don't think he cares. We're past that point.
How we would fix Wizard? Where do we want to start?
Could add a cheese omelet.
I mean, yeah, if he went to the donut stand and ordered a cheese omelet at the end.
Or if he just ordered a cheese omelet instead of donuts, that'd be great.
You know,
At an actual
get a
restaurant.
little protein in your diet. A little dairy.
Let's talk about the actual show.
Let's. Where do you want to start?
I know Marcus might think this, and I know you'll disagree with this. Do we want to fix the opening sequence, the song?
I don't mind the opening.
Okay, I couldn't remember. No, I'm getting it mixed up with Build again.
Remove Koyomi from this show. Or do the exact opposite and have her end the show more often.
Recast her with somebody who's going to be there.
Either recast her with someone whose availability works with your filming schedule so she can participate in the plot.
Yep.
Or cut her out altogether.
Yep. There's really no in-between on that.
There really isn't.
Because she was so integral to the plot for some reason.
And then wasn't there for half the show.
Yeah.
Because, like, the bad guy is her dad and he wants to do a thing and then she's the catalyst for the thing he wants to do.
She's not a real person or some shit.
She's like the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist, the anime, moving. Fuck. Anyway.
Live action.
Yeah.
This is closer to Full Metal Alchemist, the live action.
Yeah, this was better than the Full Metal Alchemist live action. That's as a Full Metal Alchemist show.
No.
That show was so boring, though. That movie was so boring, though.
I think the movie is worse than this show.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I'm saying the show made a better live action Full Metal Alchemist than the movie did.
Anyway.
We don't need Shunpei. I feel like all you need is Rinko.
I see. I'm okay with Shunpei on one condition. On one condition. We've talked about this before. That bit at the end where he's like, I'm going to make magic rings. Make that about 40 episodes earlier.
Like, do that from the beginning.
Remove him as the apprentice from Naruto and give him Haruto and then give him to the Ringmaker.
Yeah. And then maybe at some point, maybe the Ringmaker can die halfway the show and then it has to be Shunpei who has to step up.
Or incapacitate him in some way.
Yeah. So something like...
Instant death.
But, like, it gives his character a point and it gives his character a purpose.
Yeah, guilty.
Also, tone down his comedy about 17 notches.
Yeah.
It's comedy in massive air quotes.
Because it was just loud and faces and noises.
Comedy!
He contributes nothing to the show outside of his initial episode.
Mm-hmm.
Because aside from that, all he ever does is run up to characters who are being harassed by monsters and, like, shuffle them away from the fight.
I mean, it worked for the Shinkengers, but they had a thing over their face.
And occasionally he yells at something.
Rinko's an interesting character.
Rinko...
She had
so much potential.
It's the same. They completely solved her arc in the first episode.
Well, no, they saw like whatever she was going to do with Phoenix's death.
Well, that too. But
after that, it's just like she had nothing else to do left in the show.
She really needed to do. They needed to pull a Kuga and make her the liaison to the police. Like,
especially when you had Long there the entire time.
No shit.
Utilize him more.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, make him.
It's Long.
Take out the White Wizard altogether and just make it Long.
Actually.
Because that's a little bit... It's a little... I don't want to say grating, but it's definitely a little bit off when you're... Like, there wasn't really a obvious villain. Like, main villain in this show.
Yeah, you had
And then it was the White Wizard, and then he was dead, and then all of a sudden, by the way, I'm a serial killer!
Well, it was Carbuncle who turned out to be White Wizard.
Yeah.
Who turned out to be
who turned out to be Koyomi's dad.
Which was like, alright, you got about way too many layers in there at some point. You gave this person too many...
feels like a surprise for the sake of having a surprise.
It really did.
Look at how clever we are. You didn't expect this, did you?
This is what I would do.
You're subverting expectations for the sake of subverting.
Is not... I would take out that entire plotline of it's the White Wizard and the dad. Make him a mentor figure like he was originally supposed to be. He could be dead for all I care. Was it Gremlin? Or was he... Gremlin, the main villain. And make Koyomi just as important while she's there, but instead of being somebody's daughter, make it that I'm forgetting all the terminology, her phantom is so powerful, but she held it in, and they need to get her despair to release it in order for their plan to work. Something like that. So there is a constant target and a constant threat. Shunpei can be an amateur ringmaker. I forgot her name already. Rinko can be the liaison to police because, again, I like the fact that he's tied to a serial killer. Please, for the love of God, keep that and use it more. Because that's fantastic opportunities right there. Mm-hmm. And she'll use her resources to help track him down because he is a wanted criminal.
If I can build off what you said, that gives me a good idea, because I really like what you said of having that constant target, because then I think that gives our villains more of a motivation to be creating more phantoms.
Yeah.
Because if we have a bigger army and we have stronger generals, so to speak, then we have a better chance of luring Koyomi's phantom out. The more we build our forces,
the more we build our forces, and the sooner we kill Wizard, maybe Wizard's death will be the final linchpin. That
might bring out her despair, or that just makes it all the easier for us to get to her, because now nothing can get in our way.
Also, something we kind of glossed over that we should give Haruto a personality.
It's weird that they gave him a personality post-show.
And pre-show.
You say that, I don't believe you.
You don't believe me, post-show or pre-show?
Either.
I don't remember post-show.
I have watched both, and I still don't get that.
When he shows up in Forze's movie, he seems much more arrogant and confident than a guy who would walk up and order plain sugar every day.
I didn't get that.
I got that from the X8 Ghost movie, too, when he shows up and, infiltrates the villains.
He's just a guy who's there. That's what I got from him in the X8 movie.
I didn't. He went in there with an explicit purpose to mess with these people, and he did so.
Yeah. So it's true, but I just didn't really get that. I just got nothing from the character again.
I got a lot from him more pre and post, just like Ghost.
Fair enough.
Just that's where your personality went. When somebody else
in comparison to the main show, that's where it went. But we need to give him a personality
and a story.
I mean,
soccer.
Yeah,
that's pretty much all they give him.
Yeah, he just needs something.
One rebuttal
which isn't a story; it's a backstory.
A rebuttal that I have seen repeatedly from people who defend the show is, no, he has a personality. He's a good person who defends people, and he was broken in the past, and da. It's like, yeah, but that's everyone.
Yeah,
that's every Kamen Rider is a good person who is going to defend people. Like,
what are his wants? What are his
What
fears?
is your objective?
What is your objective? And I brought this up in multiple videos. Your objective as a person, your goal as a person to make a good character can't be reactive to the situation around you. When I compare the big three in anime of shonen back in the day, Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece.
Back in the day.
Ichigo's objective was reactive to the other two. They wanted something. Mm-hmm. They wanted to be something. Mm-hmm. What does Haruto want to be? And if you say a good person that is weak, that is boring, and that is not going to translate to information. That is information. Does he want to be does he want to be the best soccer player? Does he want to be a great soccer player?
Let's be a great
see
wizard.
More of that. Also, if he's a soccer player, come here. He wants to be a soccer player. He should kick more. Moving on. A soccer-playing Kamen Rider writes itself with fun rider kicks.
It does.
Unless he wants to be a goalie.
That's fair, but we never see him as a goalie in the show.
I'm just saying. Beast.
If I hear the word mayonnaise...
Well... That's all they really gave him. He's like loud and obnoxious, and he interrupts people, and he
has to constantly beat the phantoms,
and he puts mayonnaise on everything.
That's such a good idea. I have to beat them and eat them, or I will die,
or I get eaten.
It just I know it's Ryuki all over.
It's the Ryuki paradox,
but Ryuki did something with it.
I mean,
they forgot about it after 2 episodes.
Nothing wrong with reusing something as long as it's good.
But they forgot about it after 2 episodes and went mayonnaise is his character.
To be fair, Japanese mayonnaise is okay. I do quite like it. Or
Wasn't-
third one.
Wasn't his whole spiel based off of alchemy, or am I getting that from out of nowhere? No, because it was a chimera.
Yeah.
Right.
The beast was a chimera.
He was an archaeologist.
Yes.
I was talking about his powers came
Right.
from alchemy. No, it was a chimera, which is a combination of things, and that made me think of Full Metal Alchemist. Moving on. Again, we're back to Full Metal Alchemist.
Let's just review that next.
Was the word homunculus ever used in the show?
Yeah, I think so.
We got to talk about sort of.
I might be completely wrong, but
We sort of got to talk about.
I
the
think it might be.
We gotta talk about.
the villains and the mages. We
Kamen
still
Rider
got
mage.
The mages. I forgot they existed.
Medusa.
Mm-hmm.
Her sister.
One of only 2 villains who are in this show, aside from our
Reoccurring
big
villains. Yeah.
Well, you got Phoenix at the beginning.
Yeah, but it's like her, Phoenix, Gremlin, and then
Carbuncle.
White Wizard, and then that's it.
Everything else, because this... Yeah, and if we haven't made this abundantly clear, this entire show is not...
And none of them are interesting.
Oh, no, this entire show is not going to be a 2-parter Villain of the Week episodic bullshit.
Yes, that's something that absolutely needs to change is the structure.
Yeah, that doesn't really work for Modern Rider anymore.
Nope.
I would argue it didn't work back then either.
It depends on how the show was formatted. Really enough, I think Kabuto at the beginning did it better because it was a constant thread going.
Mm.
It was just like you had the Deca Pink episode with the worm and things.
And then they would, but every now and then they introduce something to kind of shake it up. You know, they introduced other writers, the Bee, and everything like that. Whereas Wizard got nothing.
Here's another ring that I will use precisely once.
I think we do need to cut 2 of the mages.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
You only
think
need
we
one.
could keep Medusa's twin sister.
That's, yeah.
More plot relevance.
Yeah.
Because she ends up being one of the
And I
mages.
don't, besides the beige, I don't hate the suit.
Beige is a terrible.
I don't like those suits at all.
I don't mind the suit. Like, I like
It's
how...
a rough gem.
It's a rough gem, which is a good idea for the face. And
Yes.
I like how it's supposed to, it's like because it's a rough gem, because the entire point of these belts is that it's channeling the power of their phantom. So I like how they get a claw because it's not a full,
yeah.
it's not a perfect channeling, so a little bit more comes out than it's supposed to.
It's still ugly as sin because beige.
It's still ugly
that's-
as sin because beige.
That's just a fact of life.
So yeah, I don't hate the suit.
Yeah, I feel like the suit just needs to be a different color. It should be chartreuse.
Created a monster.
Or maroon.
Honestly, I'd prefer beige over chartreuse.
Maroon.
Maroon or
Lilac.
burgundy, yeah.
Maybe.
No, not lilac. It's too light.
Maybe.
Maybe it just goes with a lot. Anyway.
Speaking of that, we're changing the color scheme of Beast Hyper.
Yeah.
To what?
Not
Blue and gold.
Not Meteor.
Not Meteor.
Not Meteor Storm
Like
Punisher.
Not copy and paste.
honestly, just replace not the gold, because keep the gold because that's his base color. Just replace the blue with white. I think that would look good.
Or red.
Or chartreuse.
To give it like a perfect like antithesis to what came before it. Actually, I feel
No,
like if you made it red and silver, that wouldn't be terrible.
Well, no, because it would be white and silver if you want antithesis, because his base form is gold and black.
I was talking about antithesis Meteor.
No, no. Let's actually, white and silver doesn't seem like a bad idea. No, because then it would look too similar to diamond, I guess.
Yeah.
I think gold and white is a good... Anyway, but also, we're getting rid of the tassels.
No, keep the tassels. The tassels
Why?
are cool.
No, they're not.
I love the tassels.
No,
He
you
uses them as weapons.
Twice.
I just love the meme. Sometimes a meme needs to stay in. I feel like that's a good meme. The tassels make no sense, and I'm sort of here for them.
Okay.
No, they're not XA. I have hair.
Whip your hair back and forth. Whip your hair back and forth.
I would like... I love the bit... I wish they did this more of Wizard using Beast's ring and Beast getting pissed because he can't use wizards.
I would actually like that. They used it in the hyper battle and didn't really use it in the show.
No, I feel like they used it in the show once because he used Dolphin and Beast literally went, "It doesn't fit! This is bullshit!"
But yeah, it just needs a much more full story. I like the Koyomi idea with her actually being much more integral to the plot, and somebody would actually have to be there.
Which, by the way, in my mind, the bad guys win. Like, this could be in a movie, but I would love to have her Phantom come out at least once and just see the power, and like it would be.
So we get an idea of what we're in for should they win.
Exactly, right? Show the stakes.
Actually,
and what's the fucking?
You could do that sort of two ways, depending on where you want to put the movie.
Fair.
You could actually make it like some of the older Heisei movies where it's sort of like an alternate universe, like Paradise Lost, where that actually happens.
But like,
and then we have our scrappy resistance.
And by the way, in my head, this is a several skyscraper tall monstrosity god of a monster,
the big boob lady from Garo,
but without the boob. I was more thinking Serpentera, but sure.
Godzilla.
Yeah, I'm serious. Either way, really.
Oh, you fucking great though.
Actually, I sort of do miss
most unexpected crossover ever.
I sort of do miss when they did make it an alternate to the movies in some cases.
None of this is canon anyway.
Yeah, because I feel like that sort of gives them free reign. So we get something like Paradise Lost or
they could do
the Blade movie,
or they could do it like the
Wizard movie.
I was thinking they could do like the Drive movie where somebody comes back from the past and we get their flashback of what it looks like, and he's trying to stop that.
Oh, from the future?
Oh, yeah. Back to the Future.
Back to the past from the future.
Samurai Jack.
So I was thinking of the John Mulaney bit for Back to the Future. No, we're going to call it Back to the Past. What?
He does really go... That was a weird movie.
But
when you look back on it, it's such a weird movie.
When you look at it like that, absolutely.
The second one makes more sense.
That's not really what happens.
The second one makes more sense for the title.
Because they go to the future.
Yes!
Well, the title is they're trying to get back to the future from the past, so...
Well, it's based on perspective. For the Doc Brown, we see the majority of the movie. He is trying to take Marty back to the future. We are so off kilter.
Anyway. Yeah, I think we're going to cut a lot.
This is what you've come to expect from us.
I think we're going to cut so much of that part out.
Anyway. Time travel.
Time travel!
Fuck.
We're
going to talk about that in a minute.
Weirdly enough, we could keep the Wizard movie as it is.
We could, actually.
That movie was great.
Because it was also it was an alternate universe. So
yeah, I love that movie. I think that movie is very good. It's not the Forze one.
You can keep it.
It's not the Forze one where it was just,
I know.
No pun intended, astronomically good.
I know. I was there.
And we all just agree that movie was a good movie.
Is there anything else that we would fix with Wizard that we haven't gone over already?
Nothing's jumping to mind that I haven't already said in other videos.
Who's the final villain then?
Gremlin. I said that.
He said that already.
The god thing is a threat, not an actual thing that they have to fight. Because it's a god, and I'm not gonna fucking risk power leveling.
Miss dealing with Dairyugen.
God, we're not going there.
Dairyugen was so good at it, but
I fucking had Wizard needs to use his other forms, different fighting abilities more. Especially land.
Yeah. He uses that, like, really, I think, it comes in a little bit late, like, right before Fire Dragon, so...
Also, he's going to use All Dragon more than twice.
Damn, we got the budget. It's probably heavy as hell.
Well, it was mainly CG, so...
I'm talking about just because, like, a lot of things weren't. They made, like, the tail, the claws, the feet.
Yeah, but they made them for the individual dragon forms. All Dragon was usually...
No, I mean, he wore them. Like, the actor did wear them. At least once. I'm just picturing all of that just being heavy.
Depends on what they were made of.
Valid. Was that his mid-season power-up, technically?
No.
What was his mid-season?
You didn't really get one.
He just got the dragon forms.
Yeah.
Which were all upgraded forms.
Yeah, and all Dragon he really only used in show, like, once.
Yeah. And then we got the gold one in the movie.
And then we got the gold diamond one in another movie. But by the way, I'm keeping diamond. That form's fucking awesome.
It just needs a better lead up.
It definitely needs a better... I don't mind it that he loses his powers and that's when he gets them back. I don't mind the basic story beats for that.
I feel like there needs to be a little bit of something, because I sort of want to remove the fact that White Wizard kept giving all the stuff to the Rainmaker to make the powered up forms.
No, I want Shunpei to be experimenting. I want them to be experimenting with something. Let's see
for him to find them.
That works. It's like, let's see if this works. And he scans the ring and it blows up. And he's like, nope. All right, I'll fix it.
Yeah,
I want more trial and error.
I feel like Shunpei actually be out there finding them with occasionally Beast's help, because Beast was an archaeologist, would be the worst thing. I feel like
the more we talk about this, the more pissed this is.
I would like to see them go a little more in depth on the ring making process. Like what is it about the? It doesn't have to be like if we got like one episode maybe where Shunpei is starting to
sort of early on,
where it's like, all right, and he's like just learning out and becoming an apprentice. It's like, okay, so here's what I'm doing. Here is my process. Here is how we are, refining the stone or purifying the stone using some sort of ritual or some sort of incantation that we're using to purify the stone or bring out its magical powers. And from there we experiment and see how Wizard can use it. It doesn't have to. We don't have to, over-explain it. Just a little something in one episode early on.
And keep the donut, people. We like representation. Pride Month. I like the donut lady.
Oh no, the donut lady is great.
Yeah,
I didn't.
She brought the right amount of energy.
I agree.
and I did kind of enjoy the whole aspect of they're trying to pitch him all of these different donuts, and he just goes plain sugar.
I have an idea. How about instead he orders the special one every time, and we get like a little food porn moment.
And he doesn't, but he ends up maybe not liking it. So they have to try something.
Yeah, what if he's always trying the new thing and it's just some bizarre like here's our lobster mac and cheese donut, enjoy, and it winds up being delicious.
Not a thing.
No, I'm just saying if it wasn't like sugary, it was just like the fried dough.
Just like a savory donut.
That sounds good.
Oh, I know. I need the hell out of that.
Because what I don't think the writers realized is that giving us that character that we enjoy so much and having Haruto go plain sugar makes us hate Haruto more. Because why?
They put all this effort
into except like every once in a while, they're just like, you should try this. They're like, really? Oh, he's like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, no, plain sugar. No. If he just says like once or twice during the show, I feel like that's enough.
I have an idea. Maybe today just plain sugar. I'm having a day.
That's what I think. In the last episode, you could probably have him order a plain sugar. In the last episode, it's like, we have created our new concoction. It's the sushi donut made with all these kinds of fish. And he's like, you know what? Just give me plain sugar. It's been a day.
I think he should do that. I think he should do that every time something's really bad's going on. So that is their thing. Is like, okay, we need to talk to him. He's not okay today. He ordered plain sugar.
No, you want them to be his therapist.
Now,
they can be someone he confides in.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Also, when does a Kamen Rider not have a therapist character?
Could be more older, experience in the ways of the world.
Also, would you not go to a drag queen for therapy?
You act like I haven't.
Why do you think I asked you the question?
But yeah.
If I could, I would. Jesus.
This was a lot for an episode, and I feel like we got back to the root. Like last time. So, but yeah, let us know.
Sometimes we try, sometimes we succeed.
Let us know what you think of these changes in the comments below.
Please do.
Follow us on all the things. When is this going out?
Not tomorrow, probably Wednesday.
Okay, that works. Please come join us on our stream on the last Saturday of the month. That would be June what?
26th.
26th or so. We will be streaming for Pride Month, and every super chat donation, whatever we get, will be donated to the Trevor Project. And as always, follow us on all the things. We'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.